To be entered in to win $1,000, be sure to subscribe, like, share this video with 3 friends of yours, and comment below YBW support. In addition to that, we'll be having a merch drop July 20th, so you guys stay tuned for that.
When you think of your poverty, your lack of success, your lack of achievements, why sit and dwell upon these negative thoughts? Here are key values that we have in order to keep a positive state of mind. So there's one thing that I cannot stand, and that is useless conversation, and that is useless arguments. It does no good for yourself, or it does no good for the person that is involved in the conversation. At the end of the day, it does not affect you, it does not affect him, and it has no benefit to either one of you guys. So this is the first topic that allows you to be in a negative state of mind that you have to eliminate in order to keep a positive mind.
So as a man, a manly trait, or not even just a man, but a character, someone who's developed and mature, you must be able to take criticism from those that are around you. If you cannot take criticism, no one will help you grow. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say that you're a basketball player and you're shooting all these shots. Your shot form is terrible, but you're a very offensive person. Every single time someone has something to say to you, you have all this offense to take. You take it to heart, you get emotional. Nobody's going to tell you your shot sucks and you'll suck forever. Because it's your fault that you cannot take criticism. As a man or a person that is grown and mature, you must be able to take criticism in order for those around you to be able to help you grow.
There's one thing I can't stand, there's one thing you can't stand, and there's one thing everybody else can't stand, and that is somebody who says they cannot do. What do you mean you can't do? Why can't you do it? When you're given all these things in order to execute whatever it is you might be doing, there is no reason to not do. There are so many alternatives. You should never be able to say you cannot do something, because I can assure you, you can. So this is a negative trait that nobody should have. What do you mean you can't do it?
If you like to be seen as the man in your household, in your friend group, I'll tell you this trait that this man has over and over within every household and every friend group. It's the fact that you figure out whatever needs to be done. You figure it out each and every time. When your family looks over to you and they need help with something, they don't know what to do, they're panicking. It's your job to be the one to say, calm down, I've got this thing figured out, and come up with a solution. So going off of the topic that Kaden just discussed, imagine that every single time that your friends, your peers, your family looks to you for help or to advice in some type of situation, you have nothing to say and you're panicking as well, or you say that you can't do it, you don't know what to do, you can't figure it out, you'll never be looked at as a man. That's a reality that you need to swallow. Now I want you to take responsibility for where you are right now, your friends, everything that you have, how much money you have, everything that you own. I want you to take responsibility because it's no one else's fault. You have to make a decision to take out anything from your life that you do not desire or that you do not like. Take them out. If it's a person, take them out. If it's an object, take it out. Anything that you do not desire or do not accept or you do not support, it is so easy for you as a mature character, someone who is grown or growing, to take this thing out of your life so now that you can finally flourish into everything that you want. So in the event that you have this girlfriend or this friend or this peer that constantly disrespects you, does not care what you have to say, puts down your word, does not value your time, who are you to sit around and constantly consume and deal with their nonsense? This is a big factor of your success. I'll tell you a little secret about being a man. You cannot be a man and go out, hang out with your friends, go in public, and have this whole macho image that you're this big guy and you're all this, and you come home to a woman who disrespects you. A tough reality that most men cannot swallow. But it's the very truth. It's the deepest truth. If you want to be the man, you have to be the man in every single section and realm of this life that we live.
Another example off that topic is, say you have this job, and say your manager is constantly nagging on you, constantly complaining, constantly getting on you for what you're doing within your workplace, and then you go home and you're constantly taking this in, you're letting it affect you at home, you're letting it affect you within your relationship, within your parents' relationship, etc., etc. Why would you let this person who doesn't mean anything to you affect you this way? She is not where you want to be. She does not have the things you have. She does not go home and go to the house that you desire. Why are you going to consume all this negativity for somebody that's not even where you want to be? Her information, her input is completely useless to you. Eliminate this completely. If she affects you negatively, move on. Go somewhere else. There are so many different alternatives and so many other jobs you can go to where you will not have this constant nagging and complaining that affects you in a negative way.
The environment that you put yourself into on a daily basis is such a big deal. I'm not even sure that you understand. I love giving hypothetical situations, so here I go. Imagine that you want to be this big guy in life, and you have a group of 3 friends, in addition to yourself, 4. In the group of these 3 friends, all 3 of you guys, or 3 of you guys, have this positive mindset. You have somewhere that you want to go. Every single day you get up, you go after it, you're motivated, you want to be successful, you work out, you spar, you do everything that a man should be doing as he builds himself. Now let's say the fourth friend, Tom, just has this big thing against you guys. He doesn't like the success. He doesn't like to grow. He wants to sit around. He wants to do the pornography. He wants to go out to the parties. He wants to do everything that drags down this friend group and is against everything that's being preached. Do you think that this friend group will grow as much as they would without Tom being there and dragging them back? Your short answer is that they will for sure not. Tom needs to be cut out. Tom needs to go. Tom needs to find somewhere else, and he needs to find a new group of friends so that these three friends can prevail and become successful.
Have you ever had this friend that every time you were around him, you felt like you had this personal problem or this family problem or this girl problem, and you always just was a drag, and you always complained, and just felt like the world was against him? These are the type of people that you just cannot stand. They always just take all this negative information, they just soak it up within themselves, and they just go throughout the day, and they're always grumpy, they're always sad. These are not the type of people you want to be around. They don't even have control of their own mind. They can't even move throughout the regular day. They can't even go to their workplace. They can't even go hang out with friends. They can't even go out to eat. They can't even do their regular day things because they're affected by this negative stuff. Bro, that is such a lack of control within the mind, and these are the people that you do not want to be around. If you are one of these people I was just referring to, there's a lot of things within yourself and within your mind that you can do to avoid this. So to start is think of the things you enjoy, think of the people you like to be around. My best example is think 5 years from now. Not even 5 years from now, maybe think 3 months from now. It depends on what the circumstance is. Will it matter? Will it affect you? Will you still be living? Will you still be alive? Will you still be able to work? Will you still be able to make money? If all of these things check off, there's no reason it should affect you today. If a week from now, a month from now, 3 months from now, whatever the case might be, if it doesn't affect you then, why let it affect you now? Think of all the happy things, think of all the positives, and really think about your future. If you would look back on yourself and you'd be like, dang, I was really down about that, then there's no reason to worry about it now. Move on, think positive, and just do better.
So a trait of a real man is being able to be in the fire and have a mindset of still the consistency and the positivity, no matter where you're at or what circumstances that you're dealing with. So in the event that you are having these family problems, you are having these financial problems, things are going rough, it is not fair to those around you and everyone that you interact with for that entire day, week, month, year, whatever the case might be, that they have to sit there and soak up your negative energy because of what you have going on. I think that's selfish. Be honest with yourself. That is selfish that you go and pass around all this negative energy because of what you have going on. Why don't you sit in the reality of that and be a man and suck it up, and whatever that you're dealing with, it is to be dealt with directly, but you don't have to go and pass around all this negative energy. You need to find a way to exit your mind into somewhere positive. Think about all the family that you do have that is there for you. Think about the friends that are there for you and the people that care for you and everyone that loves you and wants to see you do good. Think that they don't want to see you in the state that you're in right now. And I think it's completely selfish that you'll sit there and soak it up and sit around and hand out all this negative energy to everyone that you come across. Now, beside all the things that you must do to be a man and be respected in this age, you also have to think about the likable part of this life. So what must you do to be likable and to be desired and everyone to enjoy being around you? Because it's not all about the darkness and the realness and the realities, but it also is about the other side of reality, being that people like people who are likable. So going on this topic, you have to, in the case that people around you are doing well, they're doing things for you, your mother is cooking for you, your friends are helping you out, looking out for you, and everyone really is all about you and within themselves, they care for you. Make sure that you're commending them with whatever that they have going on, whatever projects or whatever goals that they're striving for. Make sure that you're supporting them and behind them, and that they feel that they have your support. Make sure that your mother feels appreciated, make sure your friends feel appreciated, and make sure that you are acting as a man and handing out everyone's flowers accordingly. Now, beside this being a manly trait, another huge plus of practicing this as a habit is the fact that when you give out flowers to those around you, it's 100% more likely that they give you your flowers back. So in the event that you're crushing it in life and you're really doing your thing, prevailing, and you're not giving flowers to those around you, I can promise you 100% they will not be giving you your flowers back. Now, in the event that you're the opposite character and you're handing out the flowers when they're due, and you're giving everyone their props and congratulating them, supporting them, when you do your thing, when you're on your journey, and when you need help, all of those around you will be there for you just like you were for them. This trait of gratitude and acknowledgement allows you not only to grow in your manlyhood, but it allows you to be more admired. It allows you to be more desired from those that you meet and those that you interact with. So if this is a character trait that you should and you know that you need to pick up, I hope that this is something that woke you up to the fact that this is something that you need to invite into your life.
Any celebrity or anybody around you or anyone with large amounts of success, I can assure you they have somebody that might be a mentor to them, or somebody they look up to, or somebody they study on all aspects of things. So this covers the way they walk, the way they talk, the things they say, their demeanor, how they carry themselves, their actions, the things they have, the things they get, the women around them, whatever the case might be. These factors largely contribute to that person's success. So the women that they have, the successful people around them, the people that they might even look up to that are successful themselves, these largely contribute to that person as a whole. So why look up to somebody that you don't admire to be? You always want to look up to this one person that you admire in all aspects and study them.
Spinning off of that topic, it may be unclear, what does women have to do with this? Well, you have to think, if a man is really successful and headed towards places, he must have women that respect him around him. He has to have friends that are going in the same direction. If you have a mentor, I sure hope that your mentor is someone that you truly look up to in all aspects of life. You can't have a mentor that practices habits that you don't want to practice. You can't have a mentor that cannot control himself, a mentor that is constantly out in the club drinking, embarrassing himself. All of you guys who look up to these rappers who are really nobody behind the scenes, and they're addicted to the lean, they're addicted to the drugs and the Percocets and all these things that are really a joke in real time, those cannot be your mentors and the people that you look up to. Because in reality, I promise you do not want to trade lives and trade places with these people. In this life, there are only two situations that can arise. Situations with factors that you can control and situations with factors that you cannot. Do not get yourself outside of these two types of situations. In the event that there are factors that you cannot control, you must release and withdraw yourself from the situation and only focus on what you can do. In the event that you're worrying about the things that you just truly can't control, please understand that you're wasting extremely valuable time and energy. For example, if you're constantly going hard at this success thing, whether you're at a job or whether you're going into business, if you know that you're doing everything on your side of the situation and life is simply not aligning for the things that need to be done for you to truly prevail and go up in this life, just understand and be okay with the fact that you're doing everything that you can. But I highly doubt that you're doing everything that you can. You must be constantly working on the mental aspects of this life, working on the actual work. If you're building a business, you know how much work goes behind that, doing all the things inside of your systems, outside of your systems, building your image, building your social media platforms. You know everything that you have to do. In the event that you're wiping it out in every single realm, every single factor, every single section that needs to be done, as well as the spiritual section, then understand that it is now not a factor that you can control. Continue to chip away at this thing. In the event that you're in a relationship and you did everything on your side of it, you were a good partner to this person, you took care of this person, you sat there and listened, you communicated, you did everything that you could, this person cheated on you, mistreated you, understand that that is not a factor that you can control. Release from it, withdraw from it, and have your mental control and continue to be at peace knowing that you did everything that you could in that situation.
If you work at this corporate job and you constantly have this positive mindset, if you're constantly going the extra mile, doing all your asked, and always just show up on time like you're supposed to, and say your manager lays you off, maybe it happened for a reason. You can't control it. Why get mad? Why let it upset you? Why let it ruin your day? Why not get another job afterwards? Why sit there and just dwell on yourself? Go get another job. Forget this circumstance. You can't control it by any means. Go get another job and improve yourself.
So there are truly tough things that we come across in this life that we simply just cannot control, such as if you crashed your car, if you have family members who have passed away, unfortunately, this is all part of the rotation of this life. If you have relationships that have ended, if you have friendships that are ended, understand that these are all factors that you cannot control. And the only thing that you can actually do within these situations is what you can do. So in the event that you crashed your car, all you really can do is save up your money, continue to work at it, and buy another vehicle. In the event that a family member passed away, which is one of the darkest things that we have to deal with in this human experience, all you can do is look back on it and be thankful for the time that you had with that person, and now look at all of the other family members and friends that you have around you and how much that you should be enjoying the time that you have with them. So it is very true that there are many, many things to complain about this life, and things that are within the human experience that we simply cannot avoid. But the only thing that you can do on your side of life, on our side of life, is be thankful for the things that we have and continue to keep a positive mind. So ensure that you don't get yourself inside of a negative mental headlock, and we'll see you guys next time.